Hey everyone, this is Pat, the DM for Grand Quest, otherwise known as Story Weaver. Grand Quest is a darker adventure set in D&D 5e homebrew setting.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I voice Syphina, the grave domain cleric of Tenelith, the goddess of life and death.
Hey everyone, I'm Isaac Martinez, and I voice your favorite four-legged friend, Sid, the man trapped in a wolf's body for a crime he committed.
Hi everyone, I'm Matthew. I am the voice of Trevor Corrales, an Oath of Vengeance paladin who is trying to get some answers and discover the truth about his family losing their noble title.
Hello, I'm Wayne. I voice Flores Littlecourt, who happens to be an enforcer for his family's crime syndicate and has been sent by them to expand the family business.
Hey everybody, I'm Mithril. I play Kane, the Dampier Gloomstalker Ranger. He's currently on this quest, trying to become a hero in this land.
Hey everybody, my name's Bridger. I will be playing Oscar, a wild druid with memory loss.
And without further ado, let's get to the story. Welcome back to the game, everybody. Last session, the party scoured through the one of the blacksmiths. I can't quite remember. I think it's Brunswick. Yeah, Brunswick blacksmith, to look for the set of armor and hammer that Trevor was tasked in locating. They found the armor and could not find the hammer until at the very end, when most of the party had given up. Trevor and Oscar had discovered where it was, and it was in fact hiding within the fires of the forge. However, the only way to find it and get it out of the wall was to ignite the flame. Sana had yelled out that there are enemies coming and they needed to go. Trevor and Oscar realized if they lit the flames that it would immediately tell the enemy where they are. Trevor gave up and ran out. However, Oscar, paying back a past debt that Trevor had done for him in the saving him from the explosion, he lit the fires and reached in and pulled out the hammer. Yes, signifying to all the enemies where they are. And that's where we're going to be picking up as they try to escape the oncoming horde. So everybody, there is a massive horde that turns the corner from down the street. There is at least 30 of them, of those crawling, metal-imbued creatures. As they are screeching and running, sprinting towards you, you all have two options. Immediately try to stealth and let them pass. However, if you fail in this, you will be at a bit of a disadvantage when trying to get away. Or you can try to run right now, getting a head start.
I say we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking run.
Very well. Okay, so
Drag chorus along.
we are going to go down from top of the Discord order down to the bottom. So, you need... Let's see, how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you need... We'll go 10 successes, 5 fails.
No.
It is a difficult skill challenge. Natural ones will count as 2 fails, and natural 20s will count as 2 successes. However, if you breach, this is going to add a little bit of an additional thing to you guys. If you break an 18 or higher on a skill check that you are not proficient in, it will also count as 2. You cannot repeat the same skill that you yourself have already done. So if you use Arcana, you cannot use Arcana again. However, one of your teammates can. So, let's begin with Oscar. Everybody begins running, sprinting for their lives towards the hill that holds the graveyard and the church. Oscar, how are you going to help your party, or help yourself, escape this quickly approaching group of monsters?
Am I still holding the hammer?
You are still holding the hammer.
Please don't get rid of the hammer.
I won't. I'm just thinking. I'm gonna use Primal Savagery and try to, like, swipe nearby, like, destroy some do some structural damage, try and inhibit their progress.
Very well. Go ahead and roll the skill check for that.
What would that be for that?
I would say athletics.
Okay. Since I'm using a spell to back me up, do I get a bonus to that?
No.
Okay. Well, here's my +0 athletics.
Oh.
Brim, if you'd like to use any DM tokens, you are welcome to do that.
Yeah, I'm burning it.
You can choose to roll or choose to succeed.
I just choose to succeed.
Very well. As you go sprinting down, following up with the party, you draw back a little bit, seeing some pillars of archways and other things that could possibly collapse. Some decorative pieces over the road. As you run over, you use the forging hammer, and you find as you strike, it strikes a secondary time, almost like this. It's been enchanted with double tap. As it goes boom, boom, it hits even harder as the buildings that you start to weaken start to collapse and get in the way of the creatures as they begin to crawl over and through the collapsed buildings like cockroaches. All right, Kelly. Or, sorry, not Kelly. Sifina.
Okay. I'm going to use perception to see if I could find a good way out. A good path to take.
Okay, go for it.
So, +7. So, 19 + 7.
Are you proficient in?
I am proficient.
Okay. All right.
But I have +7 to that. So.
Yeah, you succeed. Even with just flat roll, you
Right.
succeed. All right. Yeah, you're looking at the way that Sana's going, and you're kind of looking at the roads, and at the point that the church is, and you find that if you, instead of following the main roads, if you cut just for a moment, cut through some of these alleyways, you can see a door through one of them that will lead through a building that will probably pop out on the other side of one of, back onto the main road. And so you lead the party quickly, telling them, "Follow me, this way, quick." You go through what looks to be an old clothing shop, but you bust out the front door back onto the main road, and you have skipped about a good maybe 200 feet of running just by doing this. So you put yourself a great deal ahead of the party. All right, everybody, that's 2 successes out of 10. All right, Trevor.
All right. I'm going to use a religion check, and I'm flavoring it by burning a channel divinity charge. Hang on just a second. Let me do something real quick right here. And basically, he's going to look back at these creatures, and he's going to raise a sword, and he's going to channel this divine magic to kind of try to blind them and stun them to keep them away.
Sure.
And I have a +0 to that. I'm not proficient, so dice gods, show me your favor. Come on. 14.
14 is not a success. Damn. As you turn to flash the weapon out, your blade gets stuck in the hilt. As you are trying to pull it out, you finally succeed pulling out, realizing that you have now fallen behind the team, and these creatures have caught up to you. So you have 2 choices, and you pick the best one. Turn back around and start running. Forget that entire plan.
Yeah.
Heard. Kane, your turn. We have 1 fail, 2 successes.
Do I notice that Trevor's dropped?
Yes,
drop
you.
behind.
Yeah, you know that he's fallen behind.
I got him if you don't.
How close are these buildings together?
It's good, like 20 feet across. It's pretty
Okay.
narrow roads.
I was gonna try to do acrobatics to get behind the party and try to pull Trevor forward.
Okay. Go
Can
ahead.
I do that?
Sure. You can try to quickly using acrobatics, stop abruptly or turn using your the motion to.
Nope, that's an 11.
As you try to turn your body to try to quickly turn around so you don't lose speed, you still keep that inertia. The ground is wet from the rain as you slip and smack your head on a stone, falling unconscious for a moment. As Trevor runs over and wakes you up and picks you up, you are now fallen behind with him as the creatures have now caught up even closer to you and Trevor because it took a moment for him to wake you up.
Shit.
All right.
Ow.
Sif, it's your turn.
Okay, so Sif is going to look back, see both of them. I am proficient in this. I'm going to do an Arcana roll.
Very well. What are you doing for
Yes. What I'm going to do is, so let me see if it works first. No, that doesn't. Oh, that is a plus. No, that is a 9. So what I was going to do, or what I am going to do, and I'll have to burn it, is I'm going to cast Long Strider on both. As
Okay.
I fall back around to where they are, try to kick up some dust and touch both of them. And does it work? Or
As you attempt to, for some reason, your focus breaks as one of the creatures hurls a rock at you and nails you right in the back of the head, and you break. Your spell breaks mid cast, as now there is 3 of you fallen behind. All
I
right,
turned on.
go ahead.
Oh, fuck.
As we go back up to Oscar, that is 3 fails, 2 successes.
Okay, can I use perception to kind of like direct people to the correct, quickest paths?
Yes.
Alright. Plus 7 to this. 19. Plus 7.
Are
26.
you?
I'm proficient.
Okay. Yeah. You quickly yell at them as they are falling behind to head to the left through the alleyway. It'll meet back up to the main road, and it should give that room back to them. As a DM, I'm going to be very kind and lower this down to an 8 difficulty. So you only need to get to 8. I feel like 10 might be too hard for you. It's still not giving you a success, but it's giving you a little bit more likelihood because now you have 4 successes to 3 fails. All right. And the party that is called out to by Oscar does indeed sprint and follow his directions, and he was correct, as he now meets back up with the party much further ahead of the horde. All right, Sifina.
Figure this out. Okay. Before I do this, I want to use enhance ability and use fox cunning to
This is a skill challenge, and so that would have to be tied. It will not give you a bonus in the skill challenge. Only if it was done before the skill challenge.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I suppose I'll use religion and I'm honestly just going to be praying to Tenelith, like, to do something to get the undead or horde to fall back further.
Okay. What is the prayer exactly?
Tenelith, please hear my prayer and get that horde of undead to fall back as far away as possible. Thank you.
Okay, rolling a religion.
Okay. I have a +5, 16.
A 16 success. As this happens, suddenly there is a shift in the horde. They seem to think that there is a building between you and them as they take a longer route to get to you. You don't see the building. They just seem to think that there's something in the way.
Stone.
All right, so that's now 5 successes and 3 fails. All right, Matt, or not Matt, Trevor. Been a while, everybody.
It's all good. I'm gonna play it safe. I took a risk last round. I'm not gonna do that again. So I'm gonna use athletics, and I'm gonna just kind of hoof it, and I'm gonna grab Kane and its Sif with me, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'm just kind of grabbing both of them, and I'm just kind of shoving them along with this athletics check as I pick up the pace. So,
There you go.
roll it. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 16 plus 8, and I'm proficient, so that's 24, 25.
Base 16 succeeds. And yeah, you kind of like pick, because you can't quite push Sif very well, so you pick him up in one arm and just start pushing like football. You're in like a football stance, running forward with your arm out, pushing Kane, holding Sif.
Late speaking stuff.
As I'm running, I look down at Sif. I'm like, I'm sorry about this, but I'm just shoving Kane. I'm like, fucking go.
Go.
Yeah, that's a success. That's a success. That'll be 6 wins, 3 fails. So now it is Kane's turn. I stopped myself.
Perception. I'm gonna see if I can get us out of here quicker.
Have you tried to use perception yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I used acrobatics.
Okay, a lot of perception has been used so far. Okay, go for it.
Well, I should have used it.
Oh.
That's a 7.
As you're being pushed along, you spot what looks to be a really good way to go. If you go through that building, you can see the road on the other side, and you know that you guys can get out. And so you quickly redirect yourself. Trevor's still pushing you, follows with you. The rest of the team is kind of splitting up. Trevor and Sif and Kane are going one direction. Oscar and Saifina and Sana are going another. And then you guys go into this building. You're like running for the exit, finding that there is none. But you realize there's an upstairs, so you quickly have to reroute yourself, go up the stairs and out a window, down the roof, onto the floor, and you are now much further behind because you took a detour, not a shortcut. That is 4 fails to 6.
You just hear Trevor yell, "God's fucking damn it, Kane."
If you fail one more time, conflict will ensue.
Oh my.
Note that Sana has saved up because you have an NPC. You have 1 success. All right, 1 automatic success. Though hers is going to be either you guys can choose to use it now, or choose to use it when you fail. If you fail, it will replace the fail. Okay. So.
Okay.
How many do we have again?
You have 6
1
successes and 1 fail. If you
We need 2 more successes.
If you fail, the next time you can choose to use Sana to make that a success instead of a fail.
Wait, how do we have 6 successes left? I thought we were up to 4. And you dropped it down to 8.
Yeah, and then you succeeded a few times.
I succeeded a roll, and someone else.
Awesome.
Go.
Saifina.
Oh,
Yeah, we have 4 left.
Rapid said we had 6 left.
No, not 6 left. We succeeded 6.
Yeah.
So we have 2 left.
Yeah.
Because we dropped
Okay.
it to 8.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Back
That's
to it.
bad, yeah.
Sif, it's your turn.
Okay, so Sif is going to, instead of conventionally climbing down or whatever, he's going to try to jump off the rooftop. I'm flavoring that as acrobatics.
Okay, he's gonna break free from Trevor.
Yes, he scrambles off of him. Let unhand me, and that is a 19.
Okay. As you squirm out of his hand, realizing this group don't know what the hell they're doing, you're like, I'm better on my own. As you start jumping using your wolf-like leaps, your improved capability when now that you're on all fours, unlike these two-legged, peasants, you're leaping from rooftop and running along, which is much faster than following the roads, because instead of having to turn, you can just jump. And you are greatly ahead. And the fact that you are on the rooftops, you can immediately tell them where they're going is a bad way or a good way. So it's helping the team. All right. One more success and one more fail.
Oh.
Oscar.
Alright.
Kind of curious.
Okay. All this pressure's on me. I'm going to use insight, use my natural instincts to figure out which way is the best way forward. Like, we're all divided up. Place is kind of amazing. We're in a panic, so I'm just relying on my bear instincts.
Oh, your Jesus bear instincts?
Hallowed be my name.
Hallowed be thy honey name.
Okay. Anyways, I'm rolling insight.
Go for it.
That's a 17.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That is a success. As you do see it, you understand that the only way that you guys are going to actually break away from these group is if instead of heading straight for the church, you need to break and climb up the hill instead of following the road. So you, gathering up the rest of the party, pull them aside and lead them to the field outside of town and head straight for the hill. And as you reach the hill, you climb up and you scale it as quickly as you possibly can, the whole group. The creatures reach near it, and as you come close to the church, suddenly the creatures smack into like an invisible barrier and fall down the hill, rolling and screeching and calling out as Sana yells, "Quickly, get inside! I've let the priest know you were coming."
Oh, great.
Sakina's just running in.
Okay.
Yeah. Trevor is
That's not really good. I'm a little apprehensive because last time they did Hollow Ground, I burned.
Okay.
Sakina's gonna see you all. What? Hoy, come on!
As you guys all make it into the church grounds, it seems after you get through the gate, which Sana holds open for all of you, Kane, you expect to be immediately blinded or hurt or uncomfortable, but you do not feel that here. Instead, you feel welcomed and accepted.
Hmm?
And Oscar, again, you worry that you're going to be hurt, but instead, you are allowed and accepted in. Though that pain in your chest does hurt a little bit, but it also seems to be a bit of a numbing, a bit of a relief.
Sakina looks around and she's trying to figure out who's the deity is of this church.
It is very hard to discern.
Looks at Sana. What is this place? I mean, I know it's a church, but who's worshipped here? You said does a priest?
There is no exact god that's worshipped here. This is more of a church to honor those who have fought and died and live in honor and respect. This is a church for warriors.
Saipeena nods.
As soon as she says that, Trevor's gonna he's just gonna kind of like stop, and he's gonna like take his sword off, and he's gonna set it to the side for a minute, and he's gonna look around and see if there's an altar nearby that he can go and pay some respects to.
Outside, you are outside still. Outside, there doesn't seem to be one, but there does seem to be some graves with rather large crosses made of stone over them, seeming to be near each other. There's also other graves all around. But Sana walks up to Oscar and reaches over and opens the door, looking at him. There's nothing to be afraid. You're safe now.
It just hurts a little bit. Okay.
He's gonna go inside, and then he's gonna do everything that I just said.
Yeah.
For once, I am not a ghost push.
As Sif enters, he's like, "It's better than dying."
Runs over to Rorich, who is up against the wall, still bleeding pretty badly.
Saipeena goes to him.
Oh wait, yeah. Actually, I'm gonna follow that instead.
All right. So, medicine check, or I mean, how
If
does
you'd like to.
he does.
He looks pretty wounded. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to see about healing him what I can. So, I'm gonna use second level cast of cure wounds. Oh wait, I need to actually roll it in here. Do that again. So, all right, +4. +4, so that is 15.
The healing doesn't seem to be working as well as you would hope. It seems as if, yes, the bleeding has stopped, but the wounds are still open. As he seems rather unconscious at the moment.
I'm going to use divine sense on him specifically to see if he's actually even still alive, or if this is an undead that is sitting here in front of us right now.
He is indeed alive.
Can I do a medicine check to see if, beyond the obvious wounds, there's like an underlying poison in the wounds, keeping them from being healed?
Yeah, you can do that. Trevor, also, as you do this divine sense, there is a lot of undead all around. As you look through the window, you can sense that the little blue lights floating around the church are in fact undead.
Oh shit, I did not realize those were moving. That's fucking awesome, Pat.
Yeah, animated map. If you look at the tree's moving too.
Oh yeah, they are. Sif wants.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I want to see if I can make a perception check outside and an intelligence check. The perception to see for the zombies, and the perception to see if and whenever this horde breaks, how long it would take, for them to walk up to us.
Meanwhile, Saipeena wants to detect magic on Warwick. She's pretty certain he has the same thing that Oscar and Goraz has, but she wants to confirm that.
Very well. By the way, Kane, there is no poison.
Disease?
No disease, really.
Okay.
Not anything obvious. And Sif, if you could do your check.
Okay, it's gonna be perception. Is gonna be the first roll, and the intelligence is gonna be the second one. Oh, it's hard to tell which one is which on here.
Yeah.
There's a 7 and 11 if you want to pick it.
I mean, you could pick it.
Okay, 7 would be with the perception. That's gonna be 11, and then the 11 for the intelligence check is going to be 14.
So you can't quite figure out what the ward is. You can't quite figure out the undead around. The walls are too high, but you can tell that they are back, that they've been pushed back a good bit away from the church and the graveyard, or the cemetery. How long it will take? Well, it seems as long as this is definitely a much higher level ritual cast spell. You have not quite seen a spell like this before. This might even be tied to an artifact, not just a spell. So, without seeing what is causing the ward, the barrier, you would not be able to determine how long it'll last. Okay, Sifina, do your thing.
Alright, so Sifina is going to use Detect Magic, but she's also going to reach Tenelith, and because she's fairly certain she knows that he has the same thing that Goraz and Oscar have, but she still hasn't figured out what it is or how to get rid of it. So she's going to try to Detect Magic, but she's also going to pray, and she's like, Tenelith, if he has that creature, show it to me, but can you show me how to get rid of it? How can I give him relief?
That'll be a religion.
Okay. And that is +5.
24.
24.
You see her on the other side of the window, manifest in a wispy image, a see-through ethereal form, as she, with veil over her eyes, you feel a connection, where she lets you know. She kind of gives you this feeling of unsurety. She is unsure of the situation.
But can I sense that he has a second heartbeat or anything?
With the detect magic, or what, the same way that you were able to sense kind of that, no, he does not. These wounds have not been caused by those creatures.
Sifina is going to kind of sit back and just look at him.
Were you able to help? Sana says to you.
Sifina just shakes her head. I don't know what caused. Do we know what causes injuries? Because
I showed up here and he was. Points to the doorway, straight forward. He was halfway out of that doorway, collapsed on the ground, bleeding.
So Sifina looks up at everyone else and she's like, whatever got him is not what we've been fighting. He doesn't have that thing that we've sensed in others.
Not to suggest that we go down the deep, damp hole, but I don't know how long or what is keeping this up, but if it does break, that might have to be our plan B.
Borvich opens his eyes.
Oscar.
Go ahead, Oscar.
Oh, Oscar, hearing about that he was climbing out of that hole, kind of like goes over and tries the door and starts looking in.
It seems to go deep under the ground. It's a spiral staircase leading deep under the ground. As Rorish opens his eyes. How am I alive?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
You tell us, mate.
I must have fled on instinct.
What?
I was trying to get something that would help defeat Colrint. Priest here. He keeps this place protected. Not just for the graves, but for something that we very useful against the undead.
What did you encounter down there?
Trials. I was not worthy. Clearly. As he tries to stand up and kind of collapses a moment, but catches himself. I have to go speak to the priest. Ensure the
Kind
barrier.
of trials.
Trials of worthiness as a warrior. Clearly,
Oh.
I am.
You,
Trevor's gonna
Eventually.
reach grab him and stop him, and he's gonna like move him to one of those seats and sit down. And he goes, "You are in no position to do anything right now. If you leave this building, you will die, and you are far more useful to us alive. Do me a favor, sit down, shut the fuck up, and rest."
Look. If you're not going to let me go speak to the priest, then you must. He's upstairs. Ensure he is still using the barrier.
I will be more than happy to do that, but please just sit down and rest.
Aye.
And Trevor's gonna kind of stand up. What is this? What is this thing at the front of the room?
What, this thing?
Yeah, this little table right here in front of that.
This is an altar. It seems to
Okay.
be where the priest would give sermon.
Okay. Trevor's going to go up to that. He's going to set his sword on the altar, and he's going to kneel before the altar, and he's going to bow his head, and he's just going to quietly, like in his head, he's just going to go, "I don't rightly know what exactly your name is. I know what you are. Whatever is going on here, I could use your help." And he's just going to bow his head for a moment, and then he's going to pick up his sword. He's going to fasten it to his side, and he's looking at everyone else. He goes, "I'm going to go upstairs and talk to this priest." And he starts heading towards the stairs.
Sifina looks at everyone, and she wants to go to the priest as well, but she doesn't trust everybody not to go downstairs just yet. So, can you guys all just stay right here?
I'm
before
actually
we-
going downstairs, as you say.
Oh.
Same.
It says, if someone wants to watch Woolridge, you may, but
well, I was actually, since we learned that his wounds are from the trials, I was actually gonna cast a healing word on him.
He kind of speaks out to the group heading down there. Do you think that you're stronger than I? More worthy?
no, but hoping the other people are. That's what a team's about.
Heading
Picking up
down there
where-
with most of your team not with you.
I mean, they're gonna come down here eventually, are they not?
Yeah. Trevor stops at the door. He looks at everyone, and he goes, "Please just wait for like 5 minutes, and we can all go down together, because I really don't want to drag anyone else's corpse out of that whatever the hell is down there." And he goes upstairs without waiting for an answer. He's just hoping that they'll just wait.
Sana does remark on that. Indeed. First rule of adventuring, don't split the party.
Yeah,
someone goes upstairs, they'll start the party.
I don't really want to go down there. I'm not a hero. Not a warrior. Yeah.
So, are you staying? Or are you...
Staying. I'm healing this guy.
All right. So Sifina looks at Kane and Sif. Just, are you staying?
No.
No.
I stated earlier.
Sifina's like, I hate my life.
If you hear us yelling, we will come back up, or you know what's going on.
But if you
Yeah.
guys might
We're
die
both
down
pretty
there,
fast. We can all laugh.
Yeah, but we're not
Right.
gonna go exploring down there. We just want to get a good, quick look down there.
Okay.
Again, mum's the word, and if you hear screaming,
Don't come downstairs.
I was going to go upstairs, but
Just go upstairs.
you might
It's a
want
big
to go
concern.
upstairs. Yeah, just in case, because we don't want to have people by themselves.
If you don't want them, you told them that you did not want them to go down there. They're not going to listen to you, unless you're going to fight them. I don't see the point in staying here.
right. If you guys go downstairs, please be careful. I am not with you to heal you. This is such a terrible idea. But I'm going to go upstairs to make sure Trevor is okay.
Yes. Oscar, you have Sana. Anything goes bad, we hear screaming. We meet back up on this floor. Sound good, right?
Yeah.
Terrible
Whatever.
idea. Terrible idea.
Very well. We're gonna go to the upstairs first. Trevor, as you head upstairs, Sifina momentarily following you as she hurries up the stairs after you. You in plate armor, a little bit slower than she is. Both of you arrive up into what seems to be an attic filled with storage. Different boxes and crates filled with things. But in the center of the room, a strange glow is sparking out in arcane nature.
Sifina goes, you want to come up here?
And aside from that, is there like actually a person in here, or is it just?
As you turn the corner around some boxes, there is a dark-skinned elf with very pale white hair. Oh, much older. He's definitely lived a long time. Seeming to be focusing in with a prayer to this magical orb sitting on an arcane table. As one hand that is bleeding is placed on the table, he is doing prayer as he casts a ritual.
And Bravor is going to kind of step around so that he's in view, but he's not, like, he's trying to make it clear that he's not trying to sneak up behind this guy. And he goes, I beg your pardon, Your Eminence, but my name is Trevor, and I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure why we're here, but a friend of ours is downstairs and wounded, and he mentioned something about trials and an artifact in your basement that might be able to help us stop whatever is going on outside.
As he is chanting, he takes a moment to pause. The artifact still seems to be going, but it seems as if he wants it to stay as strong, he must continue the chant. He takes a moment to break. He holds his hand and clears it. Indeed. You speak of Warridge.
Yes.
Yes.
How did he fare in his trial?
Not well.
He's still alive, only barely. Something to be said for the tenacity of the bastard.
Indeed, he has survived much. It is disheartening that he has failed his trial. It means he is not the one rightful owner. He lowers his head, whispers a prayer. May the goddess of light and darkness balance us, keep us safe. You said your name is Trevor and yours...
I'm Sifina. I'm Sifina.
Both of divine nature. I sense the power. Why have you...
And
We have come to look for a way to deal with whatever the source of the undead in the city below is. We need to find a way to stop it from spreading.
I would hate to send another to the trial. But
And
it would be the only path. How fare you
And-
as a warrior, Trevor?
Trevor again unfastens his sword and offers it to the priest. He goes, I've spent a significant portion of my life training to protect those who cannot protect themselves. Whether or not I'm a particularly good warrior, I cannot say. But I do know that whatever needs to be done, even if I have to lay down my life to make this stop, that is what must be done.
He reaches out and takes hold of your blade. He waves his hand, his feeble hand, over it, while casting a prayer. By the divine nature of the goddesses, show me the path of this warrior who guides. In mid-sentence he stops, looks up at you. You have a heart that is tainted by vengeance. Be sure that you know only just. Your blade is true. He hands it back to you. There is only a separation of a fine line between a warrior of justice and a beast.
And Trevor nods and he takes the sword back and he goes, I will admit that there are times where I struggle with that, but I will always endure, or I will always endeavor to try to do what is right. And he takes the sword and he fastens it back to his side. And he looks at this priest and he goes, we need to find a way to stop what's happening down there.
In the underground, beneath this church, there is a dungeon. Domain housed and built to test the warriors, to see who is worthy to take up the mantle of the warrior of balance.
Sifina hears balance and she just frowns a little.
For decades, balance has been offset.
It has indeed.
Perhaps vengeance is what is needed to balance it. Go, Trevor. Assume your trial. Take your friends with you. That could
And
have been Warwich's downfall. Forever the loner. Forever the one who dies alone.
Trevor is going to give like a deferential bow to the priest and he's going to say, Your Eminence. And he's going to turn and he's going to look at Sifina and he's like, do you have anything? And he's going to point at the stairs.
I don't believe I caught your name, sir. My lord. Right.
You're-
Yeah, miss.
It's Valro Silverheart.
Well, she nods. It's an honor to meet you. She looks at the glowing artifact or so, and she nods to it. It's like, what exactly is that?
It is the object that sprang all barrier magic. The device long gifted to this world by a being long forgotten.
Sifina nods. Well, I suppose if there's nothing else, then I guess we should go back downstairs before our friends die.
And Trevor nods and he gives the priest one more look and he just kind of nods to him. He's not really sure what else to say or do, but he heads back down towards the stairs to do this.
Before Sifina turns, he looks at her. Be sure your party rests. I sense all of your weakness when you came through the doors.
I think it might be a little too late for that.
Your vampiric friend. He is struggling to control. He will fall to the beast soon. If he wishes, I can help. Only for a short time.
I can bring him to you, maybe.
It must be his decision.
Oh,
Turns
okay.
around and begins. He slices open his hand, placing it back onto the counter, begins the prayer.
I think he's going to go downstairs, but she's not. He's going to try to do one more thing as she is doing this. 1 second. I want to see if I can actually do it. I don't know. She's going to use sending to try to get message to Kane. Like, stop! Don't go!
Okay, we're gonna go down to the bottom level. Dungeon.
Ah!
Oh,
Fireballs!
we're gonna die.
Just explosions everywhere.
I wonder how they're doing.
Okay,
We're dying.
you two have come down to here.
Oh god.
Oh god, okay, so we're at least in one room. Too far.
Immediately, you notice the flames down here are cold. They seem bright and ethereal.
Kind of matches with the little friendly guys we met outside.
I think you're thinking of Wednesday.
Oh.
So think about this, but yeah, in the same way, yeah.
I don't know that we should go further without the rest of the party. I thought it was just gonna be like a room or something.
Yeah, I thought the same exact. Somewhere to look above. Yeah, no, we don't have to go past this door.
No.
Before I do leave, I want to see if these blue flames might be tied to the same arcana, whatever the hell, floaty guys up front.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Just see if they ring the same magic and whatever. That is an 11 plus 6, so 17.
They indeed ring off as a type of undead light, though not the same. They are, in fact, a form of life and death. The flames are showing signs of life, but made of the undeath.
I turn to Kane. These are living flames, living dead flames? What do you know about that? I say a little smugly
I kind of want
as I
to
start going up the stairs.
kind of want to reference a Rob Zombie song right now, but I'm pretty sure I could get copyrighted.
Just gonna give Sif a dirty look and go back upstairs. Fuck.
All right, as you all head back upstairs, that's when, as you're heading up the stairs, you hear the message, Kane, stop, don't go downstairs.
Already did.
Bye, Fina.
Alright, so we're all back downstairs.
Yeah, you guys come back downstairs, and they come back upstairs almost the same time you guys are making it down the stairs. Oscar,
Nice anyway.
you have made some progress in healing him. It just seems as if his wounds are slowly accepting more healing, but they, for some reason, were rejecting it for a little bit.
Safina.
About
Go
how
on.
many spell slots did I use to get this far?
2.
Jim? Okay.
So, did you speak to
Is that a healing?
Did you speak to the priest?
Yes, I did, and he kind of looks at everyone and sees that everyone's back up here, and he just kind of breathes a sigh of relief. Oh, thank the gods you were not stupid enough to actually stay down there.
We need to rest.
We all need to stop and catch our breath for a minute before we go down there, but we do need to go down there.
I don't want to go down there.
Then
I mean,
I'm not going to make you, but
You can stay up here with the zombies that they break in.
Why do we have
I don't think the zombies didn't break in.
I mean, I don't
more
know.
accurately, I need to go down there, and I probably should not go alone, but I'm not going to ask all of you to come with me if you don't want to.
What do you
I'm
have
going-
down there?
Speaking of which, here, and I'll hand you the hammer.
I'm gonna take that and pocket it away, and I'm just gonna kind of like look at you for a second and just kind of pull you into a little bit of a hug and pat you on the back and be like, "Thank you, Oscar."
He's gonna squirm underneath that hug like he doesn't want to be trapped.
It's over very, very quickly, and he lets you go because he's not cool about it either.
He backs away and like eyes you like, don't do that again.
He just kind of nods.
Sifina looks at Kane and sees the priest upstairs thinks he can help you. And I would highly recommend it. I can go with you if you would like, but I think you should talk to him.
Help me with what?
Sifina steps in close to him, and she's like, "You know when your eyes go red?"
He recoils.
He stops and trying to figure out if it's her or what she said. He's like,
Continue.
when your eyes go red, you know how you've attacked Trevor a few times and so forth. He said he can help with that.
Is that like he can help with that and like mimic mage hand, like knife across the neck?
That's generally what most priests mean when they say that.
I don't think he means that. I will go with you, and if he tries that, then I won't let that happen.
Trevor speaks up and he's like, "This guy seems unusually, like, supernaturally astute about some things. It might not hurt to talk to him." And he's gonna go find a seat, and he's just catching his breath and thinking and praying, which is really, really weird for him, and trying to brace himself for whatever is downstairs.
Sifina's gonna look at Kane like, well,
Fine.
do you want me to go with?
No. It's fine. And I will head upstairs.
She's kind of disappointed. She wanted to know what was gonna happen, but she will. She will respect it. Whoa, what happened to them?
Oscar will continue healing the guy.
So I'm just gonna lay down in the podium, bench, whatever.
Yeah, the podiums. All right.
Oscar, I'm gonna be helping Oscar too. I just realized. So
Where you're screaming, and we know it's a.
As Kane, as you go upstairs, you can hear the chanting of the man. As he stops, he turns and looks at you across the room. "Hello, Kane of Ravenloft."
Do you want to run that by me again?
We're gonna end the session right there. Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. If you like the story so far, leave a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe. Remember to always check for mimics underneath that bed of yours. We'll see you next time.